Howdy, partner. Welcome to one of the most northern parts of the United States of America. Travel with me upriver as we talk to a bunch of ladies and fellers and they share their tales of wit and wisdom. That's right, it's time again for Skagit Storytellers.
With Liz Duffy. Anyway,
You're like,
so
we have coffee crisps in Canada.
No, they are really good.
I love them.
Actually, whenever I would go up, CJ would always be like, bring me back a coffee crisp. That's how I got here, was just like because we couldn't go to Canada right now. And then especially now that I'm with Spencer and like, you know, I'm rooted in the valley with my teaching and now all this stuff. There's no way I'm moving back.
Yeah.
You know, sorry, Dad, if you're listening to this.
No, it's kind of similar with my parents too. Like, cause
When did they move here?
gosh, my mom was like barely knew she was pregnant with me. So she had been like 19, almost 20, probably. Cause she had me when she was 20. So 10 years. Yeah. If that makes sense.
So what year did she come up here?
So if I have to do the math. So I was born in 1993.
Okay.
So it must have been like 1992.
Okay.
When they immigrated over here. So they came through Tijuana and then ended up in Illinois because my dad had a cousin that had also immigrated to get like work in Illinois. And then convinced my dad and his brother to come out. And so they came out one time, and then my dad went back and then brought my mom over. And so, yeah, so she was actually pregnant with me.
Did she know she was pregnant?
No, she didn't know.
My gosh.
It was like afterwards, you know, she found out she was pregnant with me.
Wow.
And yeah, and so they like came to the U.S. and then like they found out that I was, you know, gonna be born eventually, and they were like, oh, you know, like, oh snap, like we have to figure out how we're gonna do that. Yeah, because they're trying to like figure out how to get jobs and all of that stuff too.
When you said that your mom came over here when she was pregnant, my first thought was, oh, like they got pregnant and they were like, we want a better life for our daughter, but they didn't even know.
They didn't even know.
So was that, I guess I'm just wondering, like, have you ever asked your parents, like, at what point in their lives did they make that decision, or did it come to the realization that, like, we got to get out of here?
They decided to move over here because there was more opportunities.
Where were they from in Mexico?
Near Mexico City, there's a town called Nezahualcóyotl. It's quite a mouthful, but so it's about like 20 minutes from the city center. So that's where they're from. There was also like the American dream idea that was very prevalent during that time. Like, yeah. So I think that's what kind of brought them out here, was just more opportunities for their future and their children.
Yeah.
Whenever they would have one. And
The children they didn't know they were going to have.
Yeah. Yep. I was an oops baby. It's funny. I think my sister was the only planned one, and she's the middle child.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then my brother was also an oops baby. So.
Surprise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where do they live now?
In Illinois.
Oh, they do? Okay. We're not in Illinois. We're in Washington.
I know.
How did you get here?
My husband's in the Navy. So he's stationed in Whidbey Island, and that's what brought me out here, really.
Did you meet him in Illinois?
No, I met him in Florida.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, Illinois is not on the coast. If you listen to any of my podcasts, I don't know geography at all. Like Jeff Mack talked about how he was from, I want to say New Hampshire, and I was like, shit, where is that?
I know it's on the East Coast.
It's little, too,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. So you met him in Florida.
Yeah, there is a boot camp, though, stationed in Rockford, Illinois, like north of Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, it's possible. But no, I met him in St. Augustine, Florida, because my best friend married someone that was on the same ship as him. And he happened to be at their like elopement ceremony in St. Augustine, Florida. Yeah.
And so you met at their wedding.
Yes.
And then you guys just started dating right away?
Probably like 6 months after. 4? Yeah, 4 months after. Yeah.
And then you moved here?
No. So that was in 2016 when I met him. And then I was still finishing up undergrad. So I was like a senior. And then
What were you taking?
digital audio recording arts with a music industry entrepreneurship.
Oh, that's how you know Pro
specialization.
Tools.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Wow.
That's not what I originally went to school for, but
Yeah.
I changed my major like twice. Yeah. Oh yeah. So I was finishing up undergrad and we started dating. So we were like long distance for about a year. And then he got orders. He was living in Japan.
Oh.
So he got orders to San Diego and I graduated. And then like a couple months or maybe in the fall after graduation, I decided I wanted to move with Caleb, is my husband's name, to San Diego. And so I did eventually do that. And we lived in San Diego for 3 years. And then he got orders to Whidbey for 5. And then got extended for another year. So 6 years total will be our time here.
And then you're going to leave?
I don't know.
That's so weird to think like you're just going to leave.
Well, I don't know. Yeah.
How long have you been here already?
5, 4.5, 5. I
Okay.
think. So we've got like a year and a half or so. left.
So you've been here for 4.5 years or so. I feel like the first time I heard about you was 6 months ago. So what were you doing the 4 years?
What was I doing? Hiding under
Where
a
were you?
rock.
I was going to say, where were you hiding?
Well, I mean, we moved out here when it was like still kind of getting out of the
COVID-y.
pandemic era. So things were still kind of slow. There wasn't a lot of like live music happening at the time. It was like 2021. And then we like bought our house and we're doing all of that stuff like with renovations and whatnot. And we joined a run club. So I guess for the first like 3 years here in Washington, I was running a lot. Eventually, and then finishing off my master's degree, and then eventually started recording Here I Go Again with Zach Miller.
And this is your first album?
And that was my, yeah.
Yeah.
First
Had
album.
you always known like you were going to record an album?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think I've posted it like on Twitter back when I used to use Twitter that I was going to release an album like years ago. And then it just never happened. Like I would just say I'm going to do it and it would, it just took a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Took resources, I think. I have the knowledge to do like audio production, but I don't have the theory sometimes, which holds me back, like rhythm and stuff for like laying out drums or laying out bass lines,
I was really surprised when I met like a ton of musicians that a lot of them don't know how to read sheet music.
Oh,
I thought that would be like step one. Nope, it's not. It's just learning songs that you like.
Yeah, learning
and
shapes
playing them
of
over and
chords.
over again. Yeah. Like Spencer said when he first learned the drums, I mean, I guess he doesn't have to read sheet music really, but he just played like some like Led Zeppelin song like on repeat for 4 hours a day for a year.
When I was, would it be elementary, middle school? I don't know. I played the flute. 6th grade or 7th grade, I stopped playing the flute. And then kind of was just like singing mostly. And then in high school, I did choir. So I had to do a little bit of sight reading, but it's different than like, playing the flute or something like that. And then in undergrad, I picked up the guitar when I was like 21. Picked up the guitar and I just learned like, I think the first song I learned was Vance Joy's Riptide.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And mostly just learning like chord shapes. I still feel like I'm not like I'm still a novice, I think, at guitar, maybe a little bit more intermediate, but I mostly just do rhythm. Yeah. Like strumming, a little dabbling of finger picking, but Nothing like soloing or anything like that, vamping or yeah, no.
Was it hard to? Is it hard to make at the beginning, like make yourself sit down and like say learn the guitar, or is that something that just was easy?
No, because I had my parents bought me a guitar one year for Christmas, and it sat in the closet for quite a while. My sister's 5 years younger than me, and she also does music. And she started out with the ukulele, and I just thought it would be really fun to be able to do what she was doing with the ukulele. And so I finally like picked up the acoustic guitar that was just collecting dust in my closet. Yeah.
Yeah. At that point, when you were in college, is that when you sort of said out loud, that's it, I'm going to write songs, do an album? Or did it take more time after that?
Well, so I started out just doing like cover songs, right? Learning the guitar chords to accompany me and being able to sing the songs that I like enjoyed listening to. And gosh, when I went on a mission trip to Bolivia, there was this person named Gina Veneer. She lives in Nashville now and has music out as well and is doing pretty well. So she's a singer-songwriter, and she was on this trip with us. And we actually like wrote a song during that trip. And I think from there it just kind of got me going. And then my sister was also writing at the time too. So all of those like influences was like, oh, I want to do this, like write my own music, be a singer-songwriter. And then after that mission trip, well, prior to that, I was studying abroad in Florence, Italy, for 3 months, and bought like a guitar during that time out there, something cheap, and did some gigs at this at this lounge called the Loch Ness Lounge in Florence. It doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, they allowed me to do some shows for my study abroad friends. And so I would do that, but it was mostly cover songs. But I came back from that trip and I wanted to keep doing music. So then I was majoring in marketing. I added on the digital audio recording arts minor because it was only a minor at the time. And then I started learning production stuff, and they would give us assignments on like writing certain things like jingles or a song or producing your own cover using Pro Tools or Ableton and stuff like that. So, and then, yeah, so I went on the mission trip. I kind of wrote a song with somebody, and then I came back, and the minor was then being offered as a major. So I added it on as a major, and then like as you progress through the courses, you're challenged more to write more music or create more music. So then it got to the point where they were assigning us tasks to actually produce an original song and like write out a song. So that's where El Tiempo and Pressure came. So that's when I wrote both of those songs. I guess it was part of an assignment, but they were in there somewhere. Yeah. So that's kind of like where it all started with songwriting. I usually always start with chords on the guitar, and then just kind of like, what do these chords sound like they should be, the song should be about. And then I work out some like melody lines for the lyrics to fall into. And then normally I'm good at writing like a verse and a chorus, and then I struggle with finding the second verse.
Yeah.
So actually Pressure doesn't really have a second verse. And then El Tiempo doesn't really either. El Tiempo is kind of like a phrase, like 3 different phrases that repeat. And Pressure is like one verse, the chorus, and then a bridge. But yeah. So I guess I avoided the verse 2 in these songs.
Well, I mean, your first ones, so
Yeah.
that's okay. You got to pass. Well, I did tell you that I wanted to play Pressure on the radio this coming week, and I said, what is it about? And you said, do you want the short version or the long version?
Well, I'm kind of telling you, like, all the things that have led up to that song.
Yeah.
Also, when I went to undergrad, I started off as a bio major with the intention of going to med school to become, like, an endocrinologist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then you went to marketing.
And then I went to marketing, yeah, because after, like, 2 semesters, I'm like, this is not the life for me. You basically have to be in a textbook all the time. And that just was not me.
And did marketing just seem more creative?
Well, it seemed like a business degree could be more financially stable, like provide more financially stable opportunities. Because that was also a thing, like being the first generation student and parents that immigrated and who had to work like warehouse jobs and stuff like that. They really wanted me and my siblings to like have financially stable careers where we wouldn't have to do so much labor. And so that all like was just things that I felt that were expected of me. So marketing felt like a way where I could be creative, but also have that financial stability working in like, back then I thought like corporate or something like that. Yeah.
And then music came along.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Your parents were like, I hate to break it to you, but...
Well, I never told them I switched my major. I didn't. They didn't find out until graduation.
Oh.
My first line is like, why can't you see that I've always been the kind of girl? What is it? Why can't you see I've always been the kind of girl to make believe? Yeah, basically wanting to pursue my dreams and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, that came in the midst of like just feeling that I had to make them proud, but also I wanted to pursue music in some way or something creative. And yeah, just trying to juggle those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then being the oldest too, because my siblings are 5 years younger than me. Well, we're each 5 years younger from the other.
Yeah.
So just like setting a good example for them was also important to me. So just all these expectations. And some of them were also just like me creating expectations based on what I thought my parents wanted me to do too. So
like after they found out about your music degree, were they like, why didn't you just tell us?
No.
Oh.
My dad was like worried for sure. But I mean, what were they going to do at that point? Done. It's done. Yeah. But it's not like I went on to pursue music full time either. I ended up getting a job at the University of San Diego when I was moving to San Diego and worked as an admissions advisor and stuff like that. So he's like, well, it was okay that you changed your major to something that you enjoyed because you're still like doing well. I guess. Yeah. So,
have they been up here since you've lived here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they really love it out here. They also visited when I lived in San Diego and loved it out there too. But yeah, they just love that the temperature or like the weather is mild compared to the Midwest where you get like freezing temps in the winter and then like really hot, humid summers. So they really enjoy that it's not like that out here. And then all the nature and like trails and stuff like that. So yeah. And the beauty that exists in Washington is just like, I thought that I would like to go back to San Diego, but now after being here, I'm like, no, I just want to stay here. Hiking's not the same out there. There's I call it potato chip rock.
You hike to a rock that's shaped like a potato
chip. Yes. Yes, but it's all like deserty.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no green.
So you told me that you met Caleb in Florida, and then you went to San Diego to live with him. Did you guys get married in San Diego?
No, we got married. Well, we got married in Illinois just through like the court, like legal stuff done there. And then we had our wedding party and all that in Mexico City.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I have a lot of family over there. So my parents were like really pushing for Mexico City because it's also cheaper than having a wedding out here. Oh, it was so fun. Yeah, we had probably about like 30 people from the US come out, like friends, and then some of Caleb's family came out, and they just had a blast. Mexico City is such a cool place to go to, so it's pretty fun to have been able to like bring them out there and kind of show them this cool place. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was also kind of funny because we had a rehearsal dinner the day before, but there was no rehearsing. It was just a party. And so like people that were actually going to be a part of something during like the ceremony and whatnot had like no idea what they were doing. And the bus that shuttled them to the church that we got married in was late because it was also rainy during this time and the streets flood. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, so it just slows everything down. And so the bus arrived late, and so there was like no time to walk anybody through anything. They were just like, go, go, go. Because we also kind of just paid the priest to marry us because neither one of us are like I'm not confirmed Catholic, and neither is Caleb. Like, I'm not even sure if he's like baptized or anything like that. And so in Mexico, like you have to have gone through all those steps to be able to get married in the church. And my faith is not strong, so I didn't really want to go through all those steps. And my parents insisted on us getting married in the church. So we just like paid the priest to like do it. So like the time frame was like pretty short. And so like we had to like get everybody like just going. Yeah.
That's funny. So I guess I don't know much about the Navy. You were saying that like you guys have 6 years here. And so how do you figure out like, I guess what are the chances if you really, really wanted to stay? Is that something that Caleb could do? Or are the chances low? Does it depend on the year? Who's around?
It depends on like the opened positions that are available and like the ranks that they're looking for. And then also if they're tied, like if they have to be on a certain type of ship will also depend on like where they can be stationed at.
So you guys kind of have all these ideas of where you could go.
Right.
Yeah.
We only have ideas or hypotheticals or...
And they just...
Yeah.
Do they tell you, like, here's 3, pick one?
So when it's time for him to pick, like, a new set of orders, they'll give him a list of, like, the openings, the locations, and stuff like that. And he can... Yeah, he would submit, like, his top 5 choices and then see if he gets selected for any. If not, then he has to keep doing that. Worst case scenario, he becomes like needs based, so then they just kind of put him wherever he's most needed. But yeah, so right now we're banking on potentially Bremerton being an next option, and then possibly coming back to Whitby. Well, yeah, to this area, but it's all, you know, nothing's concrete.
Yeah.
Kind of have to go with the flow.
And wait till like sort of the very end of your contract here.
A year before.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I think during the fall of this year, he'll get like that list of positions he can apply for and then apply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you said that you guys have been here for 4.5 years, and I mentioned that I had only heard of you 6 months ago. So I guess what was your first step in the music community here? Like, who did you meet to get your foot in the door?
Well, I first started out gigging a lot at Temperate Habits Brewing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When Caleb, so I say 4.5, but Caleb's been here for like 5 years already, because he moved before I did. I saw it finish some things up in San Diego, and then I moved out here. But when he was out here, he explored Mount Vernon because we were looking for houses and stuff. So he went downtown and he went into Temperate Habits and like told them that I was a singer and would, if they're interested in having live music, like she would love that and stuff like that. So he got their contact information. So when I moved out here, eventually, like once got a little settled in, I like reached out and yeah, they were happy to have me play there. And then it became like a pretty regular thing of I was there like once a month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to do lots of live music. Do they still do live music?
Yeah, they still do some. I don't think as regularly, but they have brought in some folks here and there. Yeah. But that's how it all started. And then, and then I started working with Zach to produce Here I Go Again.
You just like found him online and...
Yeah, on Facebook. He used to have like a partner, like business partner that would do like the marketing and promotion stuff. So he had posted on like the Whatcom or Bellingham musicians group page. I had joined a bunch of those like little group pages on Facebook. And so they posted on there saying that they're like, they have a studio in Bellingham and are looking for folks to help with audio, like production and stuff like that. And so they posted an email and I reached out and Zach like followed up and we set one date and we started working on Taking Back This Rain. So that was like December of 2022. And then we just like kept working together for...
Oh, that was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my album took, I guess, like a year and a half to like actually...
But I guess you didn't...
out.
I mean, did you give yourself a deadline? Was it just like you're working full time? So maybe...
Yeah, I was working full time. Yeah, I had like an idea of a deadline, but we were still working on things when that deadline was approaching and stuff like that. I think I just like was like, okay, I'm just gonna release it this date, and we had like finished all the songs and stuff like that. So it was just like I think all that was left was the mastering and just like compiling them together, and then like have like the little breaks in between the songs and whatnot. And that was all that was left. So then we did that and got it out. But yeah, it was a long process. I'm kind of a like work on things a little at a time, especially with working full time and whatnot. So yeah, so doing a 8-song album took a while.
Yeah.
Here I Go Again was mostly just Zach, and then digital instruments. Really, I didn't really know many musicians at the time, and Zach also had not been out here for that long.
Oh, where is he from?
He's from the East Coast. Where is he from?
It's okay. I'll have him on.
Or something? Yeah.
He seems really interesting. I think I'll have him on too.
Yeah, you should have him on. Yeah, so him and his fiance at the time, but now they're married. Yeah, they had moved out here. And so he was just getting like his foot in the ground and whatnot with his music production business as well. So I've been in like 3 different like home studios while working with him. Yeah. Yeah. Because he moved to different spots throughout the process. Yeah.
Yeah.
So now he's more in like a permanent location, but it's just been fun to also see him grow because he's like doing so much now, working with a lot of different people here. When I met him, he was still like going back to the East Coast often to work with people. But I think now he's like mostly doing more Bellingham or Washington based folks, which is awesome.
And he, I know he's in Checker Bloom.
Uh-huh.
Is he in any other bands?
He plays with me.
With you.
Often. But no. That's it. Is Checker Bloom is his main band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw them play at the Arcadian Public House. They were pretty good.
Yeah, they're fun.
Yeah.
They have some songs that are, like Michael often gets stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you met Zach. He was like the first one to get you in.
First one, yeah. And then I guess really like once I met Andrew is when things kind of started picking up for me, like meeting different musicians and whatnot. And my friend Cecily too. Gubatosi, who's a photographer in the area. Yes. No.
Did you meet Andrew at Farmstrong?
No, I met Andrew through Cecily, actually.
Oh, okay.
And Andrew met Cecily through the Skagit Young Professionals group.
Yes, I've heard of them.
Yeah. So she has her photography business, but she's also the vice president of the Skagit Young Professionals group.
Oh, she is?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And she started working at Skagit PUD, which is where I work.
Oh.
Yeah. Started working there as my records management assistant, and we've kind of become friends as well throughout this time. And so when she started, I was organizing things for my album release show. And so I just was like, I found out that she was a photographer. I was like, are you busy this day? Could you take photos? And so, yeah, she came out and then I had a gig where I needed either drums or bass. And so I asked her if she knew anybody. And she was like, Andrew Sweeting might be able to do it. And so I contacted Andrew, and yeah, he was up for it. I think it was drums probably. And I was like, are you sure? Because I had only seen him like play like his guitar before. And the concept of like people knowing how to play like multiple instruments is just like just mind blowing to me. So I was like, okay. And so yeah, I met Andrew then through that process of getting ready for this gig where I needed a drummer. And then.
And what was the first gig that you played?
Gosh,
Was it at Temperate Habits?
No, I think it was Tempered Habits.
Was it?
It was for their anniversary party, which usually happens in August each year. So, yeah, last year in August.
Okay.
I think that was the first gig we did together. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I think when Andrew was on the podcast in the winter and we had a discussion about how many bands he was in, and yet he has a ton of songs that he hasn't released yet. I was like, stop playing in so many bands. So
I know. Well, and we recently did like a gig at Farmstrong together too. And like he has a bunch of cover songs that he does as well. And so we like did some. And then there were some that did not turn out very well. So I was like, let's just stick to like more originals. Yeah. And I'm always like, I'm always like kind of pushing towards playing more originals and like less covers at gigs nowadays.
What I'm noticing too with, because we have a radio show and we'll play a local song and then like a non-local song. And often when we have like somebody will be like, oh, hey, can you play one of my songs? And maybe I don't even know the band. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll listen to it like on repeat for a couple days. And then like later, like throughout the week, like it'll randomly come on. I'll be like, oh, I love this song. Or I'm just like humming it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's like that local band that sent it to me. So I'm not saying that like good music doesn't like, I just think that repetition is really underrated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
You love Post Malone because they played him a lot.
Yeah.
That's why you like Jelly Roll. He's not good. It's just because you hear him nonstop.
Right.
So if you put local music on nonstop, you'll love it too.
Yes. Yeah.
So
I mean, it's
repetition.
like your friends coming to your shows and you play all your originals.
Yes.
And then they know them. And it's like, gosh, the most amazing thing.
Yes. I'm like, Andrew, play Patience. I love that song.
Such a great song.
And like, you're the only one that's like shouting out like original.
But who cares? Yeah.
No, I love that too. Yeah, I'm really happy for him that he's putting out his own stuff.
Yeah,
finally.
me too.
So,
Every
yeah.
single time I'm like with him, I'm trying to push for him to like release stuff.
It was fun too because I hadn't known him like at all when he came down. I just like if for some reason we just ran into completely different like musical circles.
Oh,
but I feel like since I've met him and got to know him a bit, it's like there's a lot of crossover now. So I was like, that was the missing piece between these two worlds. And then I had a band write us recently. They're from Bellingham. And they want us to play their stuff. And they said, oh my gosh, we just noticed that you're on Anacortes Radio. Like, we're from Whatcom. Is that okay? And I was like, you obviously haven't listened to our show. Like, I mean, a Seattle band plays at like the Shakedown, we'll play it.
Yeah.
You know, because we also really, really want to support like
the venues,
local venues.
Yeah.
Yes. It's so, so important. And I hate the fact that usually with venues, they're relying on alcohol sales.
Yeah.
And I don't drink, and there's only so many non-alcoholic beers I can have. So I'm like, I guess I'll get a soda.
I know.
But,
the non-alcoholic drinks are really like a thing now too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really happy there's lots of options. Do you know there's non-alcoholic White Claw though?
Yeah.
Okay, I never had a White Claw. And so I was at Katz and he was telling me the options. He's like, we also have NA White Claw. And I was like, I don't know what White Claw is. And he was describing the non-alcoholic White Claw. I'm like, it sounds like just a soda water. He's like, yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So it's $5 for this.
It's just so
stupid
funny
can.
because at a grocery outlet, they sell these like, they're called, clever margaritas or something like that. They're NA drinks, but it's just funny because I'll buy them, but it's really just like soda water.
So you're buying overpriced soda water.
Yes.
Yeah. You're like, I'm being smart. Not financially, just health-wise.
Yeah, it's just health-wise. It's just funny to me.
Have you thought about what song you want to play?
I was
for
thinking
all the
pressure
listeners?
since it.
Yeah?
Like,
Yeah, let's do it.
Since we talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab your stuff.
Okay.
When your parents first heard this song, what was their reaction? Were they like, oh my gosh, we didn't realize
I didn't really. Well,
we were putting pressure on you?
I did perform it at school a few times, but I don't know if they like understood the lyrics fully.
Yeah.
Like unless they're written out, sometimes
Are they? Sorry if this is naive, but like, do they speak English pretty well?
Yeah.
Okay.
They
yeah.
speak English pretty well, but yeah.
Do they use Spanish at home most of the time? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and so like I don't know, sometimes even when you listen to a song, you don't capture the lyrics right away. So I think the only times they have heard the song was at live performances, where there could also be like
There's
other
so much to focus
distractions and
on.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know that they ever like really listened to the lyrics. And I didn't release it until 2020. So I had this song for like 5 years before actually like releasing it into a form where they could like actually listen to it.
Yeah.
And I don't know what their thoughts are now.
Well, and we had talked about, I think it was over text. Oh no, it was Instagram. You were apologizing for not posting so much.
Yeah.
And I said, Shannon, don't you dare do that. You just do what you want to do. Like, don't compare yourself with, however many times someone else posts. And you had said, was it something about how you don't really know what you want to do with this music or how far you want to go?
I think I have dreams that like are kind of scary to think, or that I'm just like not really sure how to realize. And so yeah, like I would love to do music like full time. Maybe not to the point of becoming like a Taylor Swift level. I think that would be way too much.
What does it look like? Like,
yeah.
What if, some song caught on and, Casey Musgraves was like, open for me on this tour for 4 months and you couldn't bring Caleb because he was working. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
What would you do?
I mean, I wouldn't pass on it, but I don't, yeah. I guess I'm not really sure how like big to dream. Yeah. Or maybe though I'm somewhat too practical sometimes.
Do you have imposter syndrome too?
I do have imposter syndrome. I'm actually trying to write a song about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But then you're like, who am I to write this song about imposter syndrome? It's just going in a circle.
Yeah.
Just...
That's what it's going to be. It's just going to be like the same line looping that. Yes, I do have imposter syndrome. I think I'm always going to be like feeling that I need to have stability in my life too. And so music, just, I think from growing up and whatnot, seems like hard, like to gain that stability. My parents definitely struggled with it. And so I think it's just like in me now that I need that financial like stability to be able to, I don't know, be okay.
I think too, like, I've been at points where I'm like really poor, and it's hard to think, no, I've actually have like decent money now. I could splurge a little bit, but then you feel guilty that you're splurging.
Yes, there's always guilt. Yes, all the time. Yeah. And then Caleb's like, it's okay. I'm like,
But you just grew up not
But I just grew
doing
up,
that.
not doing that. So, it's kind of hard to escape the things that, like, I don't know how to say it, that you just, like, absorb.
Ingrained in you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I wish I could let it go. But
so you said you wrote the song 5 years ago.
Well, it's actually 10 years now.
Oh, wow.
I released it in 2020.
Oh, okay.
But had written it 5 years prior to that.
Yeah.
And this was one of the songs that was a part of one of my recording projects. So I wrote it and then fully produced it, I guess, as part of the class. And one of the instructor's sons was in the program as well. And so he offered to, like, help me with it. And so he like added some of the cool features that like the drums and the bass does. So yeah, it was like a collaborative production effort.
I like hearing how people like kind of got into the scene, like if they move from somewhere else. And I think you're the only person who went on a Facebook group and found someone. But that's great. There's always like, different ways to get your foot in the door, and one is to join a Facebook group and go on there.
And then just starting to like go to other bands shows and whatnot and getting to meet them. Yeah,
you're playing Fox Creek Fest coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, and I mean, I think is Andrew playing with you? Are you playing solo?
I'm going to play just with Zach, so it'll be like acoustic.
And do you know the other artists on the bill?
Yes. So her name was Princess, Friends for the Ghost, Benny Seidlinger.
Yeah.
Brittany Collins.
Too, yeah. Have you met Brittany?
Yes, I have met Brittany.
Okay.
And then I feel like I'm missing somebody.
Probably. There's a few bands. Yeah. Unfortunately, Shipwrecked is the same day.
I know. I'm also playing that one.
You are?
Yeah.
So what are you playing first? Shipwreck?
Shipwreck.
And then you're going to drive out?
Yeah. Shipwreck's from 1 to 1:30. And then I'm starting out Fox Creek Fest at 4.
So we'll do Pressure. And then you said Pressure is on your album.
Mm-hmm.
Here I Go Again.
Yes.
Why did you call it Here I Go Again?
Because...
It's your first album.
Here I Go Again. Because of the song Here I Go Again. It's like the
title track.
The title track, yeah. And because like a lot of the songs on the album is about like feeling pressure or experiencing like body insecurity and stuff like that. And so in a way, like it's like here I go again, like it's all coming back. You think you're over it, but then you're not.
Yep.
So kind of that's part of the reason why I chose that song as the title track. And yeah.
And people can hear this at Fox Creek Fest and at Shipwrecked.
And at Shipwrecked.
Are those your... I don't even know when this probably won't even come out in July, but do you have dates in August?
Yes. So I'm at Barley and Brew August 1st. And then I will be playing at the anniversary party for Temperate Habits on August 16.
All right. So Pressure.
Yes.
Okay.
Why can't you see that I've always been the kind of girl to make believe? And now I'm trapped inside another world where I can't breathe. No, I can't, 'cause this air is filled with poison dust. And misery. Oh, and all the skies are colored green, yellow, purple, blue, and the sounds of all my dreams, I hear them calling. I hear them calling too. I hear them calling too. And now the tide is rolling high and the mountainsides, all these voices in my mind are crying out tonight, crying out tonight. They're crying out tonight, tonight. But I still don't breathe. No, I don't, 'cause this air is filled with poison dust. And misery. Oh, and all the skies are colored green, yellow, purple, blue, and the sounds of all my dreams, I hear them calling. I hear them calling too. I hear them calling too. And now the tide is rolling high and the mountainsides, all these voices in my mind are crying out tonight, crying out tonight. They're crying out tonight, tonight. And now I'm drowning, I'm drowning, I'm drowning under this pressure, under this pressure. Oh, now I'm counting, I'm counting, I'm counting the seconds and minutes and hours, the seconds and minutes and hours. And all the skies are colored green, yellow, purple, blue, and the sounds of all my dreams, I hear them calling. I hear them calling too. I hear them calling too. And now the tide is rolling high and the mountainsides, all these voices in my mind are crying out tonight. Oh, they're crying, they're crying, they're crying out tonight. They're crying, crying, crying tonight. Oh, they're crying, they're crying, they're crying tonight.
I'm always one to, when someone's done something amazing, say they wrote a cool book or published their first book or put their first album out, I always go, cool, so what are you doing next? Speaking of pressure.
What am I doing next? So I just released Runaway last month, and then I released the music video to that. And then currently trying to finish a song called Eres Mujer, which means you are a woman. So that was inspired by my mom. So I'm trying to get that released. We just tracked drums and piano, have some really awesome musicians playing on it, which I'm excited about. And then yesterday we also did a live session recording and filming of my song Hey Girl. So that'll get released eventually. And then I have some other like new original songs that I think I'll be working on releasing throughout the rest of the year and into next. I don't know when the next album will be, but yeah.
Yeah.
I have a bunch of like singles. No, I released my album April 19 of last year, so 2024.
Oh, okay. Where was that at?
I did it at Buxton's, actually.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I didn't really like publicize it.
I was gonna say I don't think I heard about it. Okay.
I was like, who's gonna come?
Oh my gosh! Stop it!
So I just did like a private thing and had like invited all my run club friends.
Yeah.
I mean, like 70. There was like at least 70 people there, but they were all like run club people.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, it was like a private thing. I actually had met somebody from AMP, and I don't remember their name at one of the shows I went to the week prior. I think it was. Okay, I can't remember who the bands were, but they were running sound. But I just like asked, I was like, do you know like how to do the sound here? Because I didn't know like what we were going to do.
Did you like book the show?
Yeah.
And you had no idea?
Well, I just booked the venue.
Oh, okay.
Like I was doing it all by myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, DIYing the whole thing.
You're like, how do I do the sound here?
And they're like, well, I might be able to run sound for you. And yeah, so they ran sound.
Oh, wow.
So I just like donated some money to AMP for doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah. But that was literally like the week before.
Wow.
I know. It all came together, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was kind of last minute. Like I decided I was going to release the album on this date. And I hadn't even thought about an album release show, but somebody like asked. And I was like, oh, yeah, I haven't thought about it, but yeah, maybe I should. And so then it just like happened within a month.
I would think that like that's the first thing you would do is like have a party for it. But is it because like you've worked on it for so long, it doesn't seem like fresh and new to you? Or
I think mostly for me it was just that like trying to put a band together, like all that stuff when I don't know.
Yeah. Or
don't have all the resources yet. So I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do that. And that's why I was like, I'm just not going to do an album release. But I had friends that were like, you should have one. I was like, okay.
Cecily was like, come on.
Well, Cecily barely, like, I had invited her, like, the week of.
Oh, right. She wasn't your manager yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's
she
why
wasn't my manager
you
yet.
were the one doing all the booking and stuff and the sound. Like, did someone say to you, who's doing your sound? And you were like, I don't know. Or did you figure that out on your own?
I think I just thought about it, like, during a band rehearsal with all these guys. I was like, oh, yeah.
I should probably figure this out.
I should probably figure this out, yeah. I know. I've never actually had a band. Well, not, like, permanently.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, there's so many personalities.
Yeah.
And people have different expectations.
Yeah.
Of what the gig should be or, you know, how many practices you should have. And
yeah.
Then there's the whole money side.
Right.
Like,
there's like so many like administrative details that you have to do.
Yeah. Luckily you can be like, Cecily, just figure this all out.
Well, she's not officially my manager, but she says she is.
Well, whatever is said on the podcast is true, so.
So she's the manager now.
Yeah.
I'm going to text her later.
Well, I'll send people to your Instagram. It's usually where you post all your stuff.
Yeah, I also have a website.
Okay.
ShannonPatino.com. And so I have like all my shows listed on there too.
Nice.
Yeah. So folks can find me there as well.
Yeah, so you can find her this summer at random spots, and she'll be with Zach or someone else, I'm sure.
Yeah, Andrew and I are doing some collab shows too, so.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming over.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.